What's up, everybody? Seth here, just on my way to K&K Hobby Shop in Port Charlotte, Florida. We're going to do a little bit of off-road carpet racing this morning, some 10-scale buggy. Should be a good time. K&K Hobby Shop is probably one of the nicest hobby shops in the Southwest Florida area. The owner's a super nice guy. Chip, one of the employees, super nice guy. They always get everybody taken care of down here. And they have a good little racing program going on. Always enjoy going out and racing. They usually race every other Sunday, depending on the holidays and all that sort of thing, but it's usually a pretty good time. Just got the two-wheel drive Schumacher with me, LD3. Normally would have my associated four-wheel drive with me too, but was having some servo trouble and whatnot with it the other day when I was working on it. So it's down for the count for now until I can get a new servo to get that thing sorted out, but should be a good time regardless. So we'll have some fun today. And here we are, just arriving at the hobby shop. Pretty hard to miss with the giant hobby shop and RC racetrack sign. Started out the day a little slow. I recently had some fan and motor issues. For whatever reason, my cooling fan for the motor wouldn't operate with my Hobbywing motor, so I swapped it out right before this for an older Reedy that I had. So did a couple packs in the car, and just working on gearing up and getting the gearing set right and temperatures right for the new Reedy motor that I put in there. For whatever reason, I was having a lot of trouble early on with the car, just being really inconsistent and just making a lot of mistakes. It also started to get this little bit of asymmetric steering thing going on where it would kind of push to the left but be kind of loose to the right. Reminded me a lot of when I raced touring cars a good bit, when you'd get a chassis or whatever that was tweaked and you'd have to get out the tweak board and, you know, check all that, re-secure the top plate back to the chassis and everything to fix the tweak, and just really kind of odd behavior overall from the car. So yeah, just really confused why the car was kind of being inconsistent, and so I decided ultimately to put some fresh tires on, thinking maybe that my tires that were on there were pretty old and causing some of my inconsistencies. Tires that I had on there were a couple race weekends old, so it was definitely kind of in need of it, but I always like to start on some old tires, just kind of get warmed up. So yeah, just putting on fresh tires, resetting the right height, and checking camber and all that good stuff. Yeah, the fog, so much moisture just hanging in the air. So yeah, running again, and with the fresh tires, and car's got a little more steering, a little more lively, like you usually expect with fresh tires, but still kind of making a lot of those same little mistakes everywhere. And was really starting to get confused, and was thinking about going back to kit setup, honestly, because just was not sure what was going on. Kept messing with this thing, couldn't really figure it out. Finally brought it back into the pits and ended up finding the front bulkhead was cracked. So the upper bulkhead mount that holds the shock tower and mounts to the servo mount and all that ended up actually having a small crack in it and was flexing quite a lot. So I ended up replacing that on the car, and the car magically went from being kind of inconsistent and weird and me making all these little mistakes to being really pretty good to drive. I was really happy to have that sorted out, and my lap times started showing a lot more consistency and stuff too, which was really good. I didn't actually end up recording the qualifiers, but the first qualifier, I ended up having a little weird issue where somebody pulled out in front of me off track and ended up making me pop a ball stud. The turn marshal was able to pop it back on for me, but at that point the damage had already been done and I was down a couple laps, so we ended up qualifying third in the first qualifier, and then in the second qualifier we had a pretty good run and qualified first overall after the second qualifier. Here's the A main. Taking off, got a pretty good little jump out of the gate. Made a little mistake here, going a little tight over the pipe. Through the chicane I'm always pretty quick compared to the other guys, so I was able to get a little bit of a gap there, which gave me a little more breathing room. Car was definitely driving heaps better, and really was starting to like the setup on the car and really like how the car was driving.
Sorry, dude, I did not see you.
Come on! Can't see it. Oh, kick!
That wasn't your fault.
Watch it off the wall, there's a car in the middle of the track. All good. No. So I shot all this footage on my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I was really curious to see how the footage turned out, see the point of view and everything. I was really impressed with how it all turned out. The image quality is pretty good. The point of view I thought was excellent. Really overall pretty impressed with the glasses so far. The biggest downside that I came across is that the video recording is limited to 3 minutes. So in racing a main like this, it's not long enough to actually cover the entire main. So I actually, in the race here, ended up pulling over once the video recording stopped and restarted by pressing the button to restart the recording and keep recording. So there's one of my lap times that's pretty slow that was affected, and of course that affected my consistency and everything and the results you see here at the end. But overall, really enjoyed getting some pretty good, pretty unique footage from doing some RC racing.
Oh! Sorry guys, I didn't mean that, Jared. That was a bad
Yeah, it's all good. Right? All good.
Oh. Oh, death. Death right there. Come on.
And the final results here, obviously finished P1, which was great. Fast lap 13.1 and average top 15 of a 13.5. So pretty happy with that overall. Consistency's down a little bit compared to what it normally is. I'm normally in the 95% range. Obviously that's just because of that one lap that I slowed down to hit the record button. Had a couple mistakes throughout the run. Nothing too major except for that crash really right there at the end before the finish line. So always working to improve those things, but we just got to keep practicing and keep going at it. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video, and hope you have a good one. See ya.